Hello guys, welcome to Coding Cafe. So in this video we will download the latest version of Android Studio, and many people get errors when they download and install the Android Studio, and even some people install the Android Studio properly, but their virtual devices and Android emulators do not work properly. So in this video you will learn how to download and install successfully Android Studio and how to make the Android emulators work properly. So yeah, let's do that. So open browser, and here go to the Google, and here you can simply write Android Studio and click enter, and you can see this first link, which is download Android Studio in SDK tools. Click on it, and here you can see this is download Android Studio. Okay, so you can simply click here, and you simply click on this I have read and agree with the above terms and condition, and you can see this download Android Studio for Windows. Click on it, and you can see that the download box appears. So where you want to install it, so you can simply install that. So I will install it inside the downloads folder in my PC. So click OK, and then click on that. So if I show you, then you can see that the Android Studio .x file is now going to download, and it will take 10 to 15 minutes, okay, depending upon your internet speed. So please wait for it. So you can see that the file is downloaded successfully. Now you can simply go to that folder where you install this Android Studio.x file, which is this one. Okay, you can see that. So now double click on this, and now it will ask for administrator permission, for user permission. So click on yes, and you can see that welcome to Android Studio setup. Click next, and make sure to uncheck this Android virtual device. We will install it once we install the Android Studio, and that is the reason that most people commit during downloading and installing the Android Studio, and then their Android Studio do not work properly. So make sure to uncheck this, and now click on next, and then click on next, and now click on this install, and wait for it. It will take some time. So you can see that it is completed now. Now you can simply click on this next, and you can see that start Android Studio. Click finish, and you can simply click on this do not import settings. Click OK, it says welcome, and now click on next, and here select this standard. Okay, you can see that it is selected, and click next, and now here is the interface. I love this one, so I will choose this one, and now click on next, and make sure that you have not select this Android virtual device. Okay, we are not going to install this virtual device from here. Okay, so make sure to uncheck this. If this is selected, then uncheck this. So now let's click on next and click finish. So we have to wait for it. So it will take time. You have to be patient for it. Okay, and you can also click on this show details, so it will show you the details of the installations, that which components are installing now. Okay, so you have to wait for it. See that the setup is complete successfully, and now click on finish, and here we go. It says start a new Android project, so you can simply click on that, and here this is our first application name, so you can give it any name you want, and now click next, and from here you can choose any API which you want. I will choose 18. So click next now, and now from here you can choose empty activity. Click next, click next, and here you can see that installing requested components, and it is done. And now click finish, and building my application Gradle project info. So it will take 5 minutes, so please wait for it. allow access. So finally it is completed, and you can see that it launched our first Android project successfully. And you can see that welcome to Android Studio, and in this way we have successfully downloaded and installed the Android latest version. So now the next thing is, so you can see that it is launched successfully. Now if you get this error which says install build tools and this, okay, so you can simply click on that and it will download these files. So you can see that it is now downloading, and you can see that now here you can simply click on this accept, and after this click next, and you can see that it is downloading the installing the requested components. So you can see that it is downloaded and installed successfully. Click finish, and you can see that it is now loading the files, the Gradle build running now. If I show you, then this is the Gradle. Okay, so wait for it, it will take some seconds. Most probably when you install new version of Android Studio, then you get many errors. So it is good that you have a good internet connection, because the downloading and the installation of this Android Studio depends on your internet speed. So make sure that your internet speed is good and it is working fine, so you will get no error. The Gradle build configuring now, configure build. Next thing which we are going to do will be to create a virtual device, Android virtual device, so that we can test our first app that either it is working or not. You can see that build complete successfully and everything is working fine. And this is our main activity, AVD manager. You can see this, okay? Click here, and you can simply click here on this create virtual device, and from here select any phone model which you want. I will select this Nexus 6, this size, okay? So now click next, and you can choose the API 28 or any you want. But if your RAM size is 8 GB or less than 8 GB, then at 8 GB your app, or you can say your Android Studio, will become or involve in too much loading. So to avoid your Android Studio to not involve in too much loading, then I will suggest you to create a virtual device with API 23 or 24. For personally, I prefer this 23. Okay, so I will click on this 23 marshmallow, click download, and you can see that it is now downloading. And after that you can see that we got this screen which is now installing the required components for the API 23. Okay, so wait for it. So you can see that it is downloaded successfully and installed successfully. Click finish, and now here you can see that marshmallow 23. Select this one, which is the API which downloaded, which we installed now earlier. Now click next, and now if you want to give it a name, so you can rename it from here, but I will leave it as it is. And now click on finish, and now we can see that we have this Nexus 6 API 23 virtual device which we created now. And now you can simply click on this button, click here, and it is written that is starting AVD. So wait for it, and you can see that Android emulator is launched now successfully. And now we will run our first app on it, and you can see that our device is start successfully, our Android emulator. And now close this, and now let's run our app to see that how our app So the Gradle build running now, and wait for it installing APK, and you can see that our app is launched successfully. Okay, so this is basically just for the testing, which is our main activity. Okay, now if you want to change the size of your code which we wrote here, okay, I mean this size of the code, so the font size basically, so you can simply click here on this file, and here you can simply click on this settings, and from settings you can see this editor. So you can simply expand these options, and you can see this font under this general. So click on this font, and from here you can see the size. So you can choose this, I mean this 12, remove this 12, and you can change it to any size you want. You can see that. So I will change it to 16. So yeah, that's it. And now click apply and click OK, and you can see that the text size is increased successfully. So yeah, in this way we have successfully installed and run our first app on the Android emulator without any error and without any problem. So yeah, that's it for this video, and if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel Coding Cafe. Thumbs up for this video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.